Good day, everyone. This is day 7 of my 40-day fast. Can you believe it? It's been 7 full days already, 1 full week, and today being Sunday also, I look at it as almost like a time of completion. Yes, woke up in the morning, it was church time, but before the church time, I got onto the scale to basically just monitor and have a look at my weight. The weight is 67.4, lost a little bit from yesterday. Yesterday it was 67.75. So what are we doing this for? It is mental clarity. It's like a spiritual fast, as well as cleansing, whatever it is that goes with it. Something that I do every single, in January. I shouldn't say every single year. It just happens that this year it is the second time I do it. And obviously as the years progress, depending on my strength, how I will be feeling, one just has to discern and then make the decision from there whether to continue with this or not. So the hunger is like sort of changed. One of the things definitely that I realize, hunger is it's more like habit, but as the day progresses you do become accustomed to your state of being. But in my case, what is important is just to make sure that I'm taking the minerals that I take. I did mention I do take electrolytes, so that remains quite important. And then also one of the things that I do know for a fact, the more exhausted I'm feeling, I do realize my metabolism somewhat slows down. It's like danger, there's no more food coming in, let us just basically retain what it is that we have. So to do that, I do take a walk outside, to combat that. I do some very mild, and I mean mild exercise, be it slow walking for 5 kilometers around the block or so, or utilize a stepper. And a stepper, guys, is something that is very, 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 very cheap. I will just show you my one right here. Hopefully you can have a look at it. I've got it here on the ground. Yep, there it is. You can see it. You can get it on online, typically quite, very affordable, but it's just so amazing. You can definitely do a bit of exercise in the house. So so that is very, very, very important. So what's next is we're gonna just keep on pushing on, gonna keep on pushing on to the second week. Week 1 is gone, so week 2, and I'm obviously looking forward to the midpoint. That is always very, very, very pivotal. I'm looking forward to that. Now, what else am I leaving out here? I think I've just basically covered everything. Just for new people coming into this platform, why am I doing this? In 2023, I started this weight loss journey, and it was really mostly driven by me hitting my 50s, and my mother died very early from breast cancer. And it is something that I believe, I don't know if I can, definitively say that it is avoidable. However, it is something that I believe mindfulness, it is actually quite important. So mindfulness in terms of what it is that we consume. So I started being very mindful about what it is that I eat. As a minimum, I had to achieve my BMI weight. At the time when I started, I was actually weighing 95 kilograms. And I think from COVID onwards, one thing from, starting from that COVID phase, you will just gain the weight gradually. You don't see it. You start increasing your dress size, and then you convince yourself, you know what, I'm getting old. Obviously, older people are bound to gain weight, and your metabolism slows down. You know what? That is all lies. I've come to realize, and I've also come to learn, that this thing of your metabolism slowing down as you grow older, it is not necessarily true. So there has been papers that has proven that, and I'll definitely put it on the link, below, to say that your metabolism slows down most probably at about age 2 or so, as a child, and then perhaps again in your teen years. And the next phase is probably going to be somewhere around the 60s. Have a look at the paper and have a look at that yourself. What I believe actually tends to happen is that as we grow older, you get a job, you've got financial independence. When you're craving for something, it is just so easy just to get out and go make that purchase. That's really what I believe would have happened. And then also what really does not help is the fact that we are fed so much false narrative. Breakfast is the best meal of the day. You must eat 3 times a day and all of those type of things, but without any real scientific basis thereof. So I believe in eat when you are hungry. That is my philosophy. So whatever time it is, yes, you can have a regimen for familiarity and for family purposes. You have dinner at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock in the evening, and lunchtime. In most families, children are basically at home and you are at work. So dinner is probably one of those main meals that we tend to have as a family together. Yes, it is important. Yeah, you can have it. But my advice is going to be, if you are going to have dinner, just make sure the last time you eat is at least 2 hours before you go to sleep. That really matters. And if you have beautiful weather like you do here in South Africa, after your dinner, if it is still light outside, say 6 p.m., and if you're able to take a walk outside, do so. It's the best thing that you can do, towards your weight loss journey, if weight loss is what you're looking at. But one thing that I've also been picking up is the fact that there seems to be a belief that in order for you to eat healthy, it must be bland. That is so untrue. And after the 40 days, I'm seriously considering perhaps putting a recipe book together to help people cook, so that people can actually see that eating healthy does not have to be bland or just disgusting. I prepare food today. I prepared food for my 3 sons. We did mac and cheese and as well as mince. So because I prepare the food doesn't mean I have to eat it. I'm so accustomed to my fasting lifestyle that I can see and smell food around me. It really does not impact me, because my resolve is just so much way more stronger than anything else. So yeah, have a look out. Let's see what happens. So by the way, I break my fast on Valentine's Day. I cannot wait for that time to come. So at that time, I'll just sit back and see whether the cookbook thing is worth looking at. And yes, I did get my health coaching certification with a health coaching academy from the UK. Pretty excited about that. But I'm not necessarily too excited about doing one-on-ones because of my other work responsibilities. Yeah, corporate gigs, I would love it. If there's like groups of women, I would love to have conversations with women pertaining to their health and my experiences. And I think sometimes when we engage in conversations about your own personal experience, it becomes a little bit more relatable, particularly women, mid-40s and any age above 50 or so. Things become relatable. I look at people really struggling with their health, and I always say to myself, if only you knew how simple and easy it is. We need to stop falling for what mass media tells us, what is good to eat, what is not good to eat, be it big pharma, be it the big food industries, and anything that is packaged. And most foods that are packaged are typically not necessarily okay. And then a friend of mine once told me to say, if you're not able to pronounce it, they don't eat it. You're probably not able, it's not God's intention, for your gut. So I'm very mindful of that. So just as a reminder, I did record my weight loss journey through this book here. It is called Revitalized, and it is available on Amazon. In various parts of the world it is available. I basically share my experiences, hoping that it will encourage a lot of people, to get on their weight journey and weight loss journey, if I may, if I can say it like that. One thing, why is that really important? Until you reach that optimal weight, you will know. When you wake up in the morning, you're just so energized. And that feeling is just amazing. And I know this because I know in December, I did mention in earlier videos that I gained a bit of weight. the first sign of that is like when you wake up in the morning, it's like, oh, you're dragging already, you're exhausted when you wake up in the morning. So for me, being the appropriate weight, it's like the best thing that you can, do for yourself. You're full of life, you are literally revitalized, as mentioned here. Yes, today I am recording in the outside. I do apologize for some of the moving vehicles out there. But anyway, so this is day 7, week 1, done and dusted, and we'll see you tomorrow.